Okay, there's the beacon. I'm like, I couldn't see the beacon, but I could at least see magic flying around.
Hola. I don't know where you're at, but hola.
There's. Oh, the control tower blocked the beacon. That's what was going on.
Hmm.
Okay. Knockety knock. Alright, sure chat is up.
Surprise!
Oh.
I said
Let's see.
surprise.
Let's see if it throws. I was in the middle of throwing some ice.
Wah.
I'm sorry, baby. Her game
Here
froze.
comes the sun. Do 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 do.
Oh wow.
Hmm.
Yeah, that would be a good. Does look like I have 4 kilomoles of oxide, which should last a while, especially since it's
4 kilomoles?
another.
Yeah, that'll last a while.
Especially since I have 1.2 kilomoles still in the process tank.
Damn. And you're taking that? Well, you're indirectly taking it from my system, right? Or is
Nope.
that the stuff that's going downstairs? Because you have a belt going, or a pipe going somewhere taking my oxygen.
Yes, that is
you
going
did.
to the living quarters.
Okay. Fine.
So when you put your suit into the suit
fills,
storage,
yeah.
it empties your waste tank, it refills your oxygen, and it charges your battery. At some point, I need to tap into Creative's nitrogen line, run a nitrogen line down there, and have it where it can refill our jetpacks as well.
I use oxygen for my jetpack, so I can use the jetpack inside. Which is what I have over here for.
When we get a larger surplus of oxygen, that's not a bad idea.
I have 4 smart canisters full of oxygen and 19.1 MPa of oxygen.
Yeah, no. With us making rocket fuel, that is not a surplus of oxygen.
No, but I have 4 kilomoles of oxygen in this pipe.
Yes, but when I'm saying, talk to me when we have a large storage tank at 50 kPa of oxygen in reserve.
Yeah.
Until then, Creative and I are using nitrogen because we have far more nitrogen than we're using.
Is your ship in space?
What?
Your ship, Doc, is it in space?
No.
It says landing aborted.
Let me come see what you're looking at.
Landing aborted. Auto land has no confidence in achievement. Landing success.
I have no idea why it's displaying that. I do see that.
It's because wait, let me. Ah, it's because of your weight. 25 kilometers is too small of a distance.
That I knew. That's why we're making sure that this thing is full of, which kind of here's going to be the big irony is it's going to be far heavier
once it gets
going up to space than it comes down because we are loading it with so much fuel.
But your plan is to mine, and doesn't it weigh more?
Not with the amount of fuel that I'm loading it with. So let me rephrase this. The storage capacity it has for ore is smaller than its fuel tank. Because I only have a small cargo storage. Not a medium cargo storage, a small cargo storage. So the majority of the weight is in the fuel right now. If we, with the weight, we can always sit there and burn it in space and then come back. Which, that's actually telling me it's probably ready to be launched. Alright, so this is the fuel line. Let's retract it. Let's retract view. Come on. This should be building in pressure fairly quickly. So because now you just have a volume of 70 to fill. I originally designed it to have more storage, but then because of all the wiring, we ended up having to ditch some of the storage. We'll probably, when it comes back, rework it because we'll probably be able to drop a fuel tank and replace the fuel tank with extra storage. But after last time, I'm a bit paranoid. Alright, let's see if this shuts off properly. Because this should be shutting off. And it's already shut off. Alright, you're just gonna leave it with the skin off?
Huh?
Creative took the skin off my rocket and then flew away. What you looking at? If you're saying something, we can't hear you.
Me?
No, Creative.
Okay, I was gonna say.
I don't know why mic went out. Does it? Where's your thing? Your speak to that computer thing, or whatever. Where's that?
Down here.
Okay. Pickaxe. Pickaxe. Wait, where?
Dock pickaxe is the data transmitter.
Oh, really? Oh.
That way, when I look at it with the radio, I know which one we're looking at.
Okay. Current code. Current code. Space map hash. Ah, okay. So home is 4016, or at least this launch pad. Wait. Now if I select mine, set destination, or, well, it doesn't really care. Mine's down at the bottom. Let's see. Current oh, yeah. Okay, it is according to the landing pad. Mine's 4116. Yours is 4016. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all I needed.
Yeah, you can also come up here and click on it. 4016 for Doc's home.
Wait, what?
And yours is 4116.
Okay, so it actually does show right there. So then...
Yeah, and if you look on the screws, on the logic uplink,
yeah,
you'll see that having them named helps you know which one you're looking at.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I better weld your thing back.
Yep. You want to see what happens when you weld yourself in?
Come over here.
1 second, I just gotta hook this up.
It's scary how much we're in sync.
I was like mid-weld, I'm like, wait, Magic, come here.
And you notice I was like saying it as you're like, wait a minute.
Over to the rockets, Magic.
Okay. Also, once the biomass gets up high enough, there's only carbon dioxide in there now, so you'll get pure volatiles. And I hooked it up to the tank. So.
On this side. Stand right here.
Too far.
Right in the.
No.
No, come on. It's a test. Case. Oh,
no damage.
He got launched out.
Yeah, no
hey,
damage.
What happens if you do it inside the nose cone of yours?
Okay, Magic. Okay. Let's see.
Wait. I'm inside of it. Get me out.
See if you can fit, like, I know it's tight, but see if you can fit him in the nose cone of mine.
Okay, come here.
Oh god. I'll stand like right here. Oh, I can go inside whatever the fuck this thing is. Oh shit, what the fuck? Oh, I don't think it's going to, cause I went straight through the roof.
No.
Yeah.
Get right here.
No, yeah, get right there and go straight up.
I know. But you just stay.
Look,
get down.
I
get in there.
Go straight up.
Huzzah! Launch.
You're gonna want to get me out.
Launch him. Wait.
Oh, shit.
Ah.
Oh, I'm out.
Oh.
Yeah, I was glitching in and out, so.
Mm.
It looks like yours is the best one to test with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what are you
Get
trying
in
to do?
there,
Send somebody to space?
No, come back. Get in.
Oh, I got shit I gotta do.
Get into my nose cone. I wonder.
Oh wow.
I want to see.
It's actually going to take my rocket like 5 minutes to get to orbit.
Really?
Never, because I got shit I gotta do, and that's gonna take forever. Because you're trying to see if you can send somebody up and back down, right?
Actually, that's not to get to orbit. It's going to take 80 seconds to get to orbit. It's going to take 5 minutes to get to its final destination.
Ah.
But I have, and it's calculating it, I have 1,300 minutes of fuel.
Seconds.
I mean, 13,000 seconds of fuel. Which is 20 minutes? More than 20 minutes?
Damn. Now what if I start turning off everything?
Don't.
I won't.
Am I gonna have to use a security access for this as well?
No. Ground velocity, target velocity. Altitude. I told you the volatiles, battery charge.
Okay, do you want some volatiles now or what?
Just start storing it, because at this point, Creative's going to be the one who needs the volatiles.
Alright, because I got 217 biomass I can send through.
Oh wow! Of course, once it hit orbit, that time dropped down to like 80 seconds to get to its target.
Yeah.
Because now it's not fighting
Gravity.
Gravity.
Close. Okay.
So, cargo storage. Yeah. And it's about 15 seconds to its destination.
And now I sit for a long time inside of downstairs.
A breathable atmosphere coating stuff.
Yeah.
Alright, so we want to turn that on, put that on, let's go to location, and mine!
This makes pollutant too. Okay.
Are you gonna save it now, or?
I saved it before the launch.
Okay.
And I can save it before we bring it back home.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Oh, wow.
So... S, B... Fine. Yeah.
Next yield 70 ore.
This isn't going to be a very efficient system because it, well... Yeah, because the biomass cools it off so much. I got through 44 biomass in the furnace before the temperature got too low to smelt it anymore.
You should just be smelting it in, like, you know, I gave my suggestion. So, guess how much estimated volatiles there is at this location? 20,000 volatile. Or
Dino.
volatile ice.
A freaking shit ton.
Wait, did you change the name of the avionics kit for mine?
Maybe.
Yeah, I got like 62 moles of volatiles in there now. In the 10 large tank.
Juicy fruit data.
Define.
I would just use it as the hash data because it's going to be the only data port in there, so you can use the number to reference it.
What? Just use the batch?
Yeah, use the batch because it's the only one in your rocket.
Fair. So mode none to stop it from mining.
And that would also be beneficial if you can reuse that code on any rocket, because then it doesn't matter what it's named.
Well, like, yeah, sure, the name, but like, also it requires the pumps to be named, sort of thing. So
now, when it comes to the pumps and all that, but like the avionics and that, you're only going to have one avionics. You're only going to have one downlink. So that you can just use the batch writer for. But as for the pumps that have to be oxygen pump or volatile pump, that is a legit statement. Yeah, you're going to have those properly.
Photos.
Now there's part of me that wishes I had put a scanner on this rocket, because the last time I definitely put too little fuel in, and now I think I have put way too much fuel in.
Trophy.
Yeah, so we have a shit ton of biomass. Like, legitimately a shit ton of biomass.
Yes.
I think the chutes are backed up all the way to the centrifuge. Because there's 112 biomass in the recycler. So I think
I would recommend you looking into the combustion centrifuge.
Zero steer.
Because to be fair, electronic centrifuges are not that fast. That's why I have 11 of them downstairs.
So,
which we had to add an 11th because with all the ups and downs of our power grid, the deep miners were exceeding the 2.5 that it's supposed to. I haven't checked lately to see if, since now we have reliable power, if it's made a difference.
Okay. Let's see. Right, the avionics on.
Oh, the combustion centrifuge is so much more complicated.
We have faith in you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still gonna do dumb logic for it though. Okay, let's see how this works. Speed. Cable coil, got that. Oh.
You're at the rockets?
Oh.
Or mage?
I'm at the control booth.
Okay. You're just watching it?
Mm-hmm. It can only hold 50, 50 quantity. So I definitely put way too much fuel in.
What do you mean?
So when we get back, we'll take some of that fuel out. We'll take out the upper fuel tank and replace it with a larger storage.
Wait. Quantity. Oh yeah, yeah, small, yeah. Okay. Wait, what the fuck did you do? Oh, sorry.
Hmm?
Oh, you just changed it to juicy. Okay. Whew.
I figured you'd want to be able to read what the data points are.
Set destination. Or wait, no, wait.
You're on juicy fruit now.
Set destination there. What'd you press to launch? No, I suppose pressure fed gas engine on sort of thing.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And let's compare it to yours. Ah, so you have it off. Okay. So whenever it reaches a destination, you turn it off.
It shuts off on its own for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when it reaches its destination, it will shut itself off. I don't know if when you control it with IC10, if that changes.
Okay. So turn, and then when you want it to come back, you turn.
Change the location.
Change the location.
Yeah. So.
On. Okay.
So when this guy gets his 50 quantity and that ratio on the small storage reaches 1, I will go to the map, I will select Doc's home, then I'll come back to the thing and turn the engine on after I shut the rocket miner and the cargo off.
This is counted as a room, right?
This is counted as a room, yes.
So storm won't move stuff.
Oh no, it's not counted as a room. Do you have steel plates?
Yes.
Now it's a room.
Okay.
The idea is to eventually put an elevator where the hole was. $34, 16 more. Oh, we're down to 28 ore per yield. I wonder if you can put a stacker into the...
Wait, what's my pressure fed, right? Or pumped?
Yours is pressure fed gas engine.
Pressure. Okay. Copy that.
Oh, I think it does have a built-in stacker. So. I've been getting 25s, and it's not going up like it was when it was 70.
Wait. Rocket engine tiny.
that is probably.
Oh, it's not. It's not makeable.
I would say that's probably from the discontinued when they actually had like spaceships. Because there's also like a torpedo launcher and a guttery turret, and it's nothing you can make unless you're in creative mode.
Okay.
I kind of fucked myself here. Let's see, wire cutters. Angle grinder. Angle.
Yeah, the next ore yield is dropping. So it's not getting as much ore per cycle, which is sad. Especially when it's like, I haven't even got a quarter of the way through this estimated
How's the drill?
ore. 95%.
Oh.
I'm at quantity 38 in storage. Oh, okay. Yeah, it stacks to 100. Okay. Yeah, and wait, that's 30. But that's saying we have removed close to 4,000. Oh, yep. That's right. So I can actually look at that and know where we're at on the cargo. Let's just divide that by 100, and that tells me how much is in the cargo. So when it's at between 5,000 and 5,100, I need to shut it off. Or more importantly, put it to idle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just noticing how the next yield keeps dropping. And I'm wondering how if I stop mining, will that number start ticking back up or not? I don't know.
Probably.
That's definitely probably on one of those something to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
Because it gives me density of 3.51, richness of 1, size of 3.89, and composite of volatiles 22 moles. That's what it reads down at the resource part of the screen.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't paying attention to that in the beginning. I was just paying attention to the current mining action, where originally it was saying something like 78 for next yield.
Mm.
Oh, a bunch of defines.
Part of me wonders if the mining boost that I get from the survey, if that addresses the next ore yield, or if that addresses the estimated ore at location.
Hmm.
Because it just says mining boost, but I'm not sure what it boosts.
Hmm. Okay, logic reader is gonna be
Hmm.
Alright. Just over 600 more ore, and then we'll bring Doc home.
Okay.
And I'm very tempted just to do a manual bring home and just leave the engine on. We have more than enough fuel to just burn.
Yeah.
There's no need to throttle the fuel to make sure that we have it. We can just say land and burn. If it takes them 10 minutes to land, but land safely, we have the fuel to do.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see here. Right now, we have a mass of 2330 kilograms. I don't think the ore's been adding any mass. Because it was at 2330, if I remember. Okay, right here, it even has.
Oh, you
total mass.
Put the rocket miner on, it's either on or off.
Yeah, you can't. The way you throttle it is with pulse wave.
Hmm?
The way you throttle the engine is with pulse wave modulation.
Rocket miner. You were talking
it's
about
on or it's off.
it on yield or something.
Oh.
You can't. It's just
so
on or off.
you can
There's no logic for it.
That's where I don't know, because I do have an idle. So when I'm on the location screen and I see that it's mining, because like right now it's at 4,700. When it gets to 5,000, I'm going to click idle. It's going to stop mining, but the miner will still be on.
Oh yeah, that's the avionics code then.
In fact, that's an interesting point. Rocket miner. Let's look at logic. Power and on. So they're. Oh, read power. Okay.
No.
You can't wait. No.
Search up rocket, like AV, find the avionics, and you can see the mode. You can change it to none, which is 1, or mine, which is 2, which I suspect that is what like the yield or idle is. You send it to 1.
Wow, the avionics has a lot.
Yeah.
Although.
So then I don't need that. Yeah, it's just change into mode 1.
Logic uplink.
Send destination code home.
Oh, good timing.
SV engine on 1.
All right, idle. Turn off the cargo. Turn off the rocket. Set destination.
Wait, what pressure is it at? No?
Wait, what?
Yours?
I'm still asking what's the question.
Your fuel mix? What
Oh,
pressure?
I have 730 kilograms of fuel. Pressure of 32 megapascal.
And how much did you start with?
I don't remember, but it was close to that number.
Ah, you could favorite things. Okay.
Yes, I enjoy that. Saving. And now say head home. Alright, so we need at least that many newtons of thrust. How much are we making? We're making 16.
How many?
So I need fuel mix.
It says I need at least 10.2 kilonewtons of thrust. And at the present moment, my rocket is doing 16.3.
Okay.
I have 20 minutes and 50 seconds of fuel. If I am reading them correct. And it's saying it's going to be here within the minute. Or within 2 minutes.
Okay, yeah.
So, one of the comments I was making, now it's adding the payload weight. Because I'm like, initially it wasn't counting the payload weight because it was showing the engine mass is 500, the fuselage mass is 600, and the payload mass is 550. Okay. And then it has, I burned about 30 kilograms of fuel coming home.
Okay.
And now we're in the atmosphere and it's burning. And, I don't like that.
What happened?
It's not hitting that 10.1. Well, the more it's coming down, the more fuel it's burning, and the lower that number gets.
10.1, what are you looking at?
So, for landing, or high confidence, I need at least 10.1 kilonewtons of thrust required. Currently, my rocket is producing 9.96 to 9.98. So I'm short by just a hair's breadth. But as I'm coming down, I'm burning through my fuel, which is making me way less.
Which means you have less pressure, which means you have less thrust.
No, mine's different than yours.
No.
But actually, you might be right.
Yours going down. So.
Yeah, you're right, because I see that going down. Which tells me what I need to do is I need to have a pressure regulator thing so we can just keep the pressure at the engine at max. Yep.
Yeah. So before you roll back, I'm gonna do library, create new rocket.
Well, I might not roll back because it's still looking decent.
I believe. Are you sure you want to write this with the data you have on the computer screen? Okay. Yes, overwrite. There. Yeah. Altitude.
It is slowing down.
Yeah.
And with the descent arrest time looking, that is higher than this number. So this will be 0 before this hits 0.
Okay.
At least that's how I'm reading it. Of course, I guess the big question is this number. This number needs to hit 0 before this number hits 0.
Which ones?
Altitude versus ground velocity.
Yeah.
I'm half wondering if I want to send it back into space or not.
You see weight and thrust. The weight, you're like less.
You're right.
How much thrust you have. So
yeah, I think you're right. Again, I'm kind of looking at this number here where it says 10.1 required, and I think that's a lie because I'm under 10.1. But you're right. It's the 8.4 is the important thing, and we're above 8. And it even has thrust to weight 1.17. And I think as long as that is positive, you're good.
Well, above 1.
Yeah, if it's above 1, you're good.
Yeah. Means you can go like 0.9. And I doubt you'd be good on that.
Because you're right, you could be below 1, but if you're above 1, you should be rock solid. Because the other thing is the computer is controlling the rocket, so we still need to descend, we just need to descend slowly.
And
that is what it is currently doing. The last experience just left a sour taste in my mouth.
Oh, wait. It also says impact velocity not available.
I see that. I also don't know what Apex is saying, because it keeps fluctuating, and I think it's throttling the rocket without me seeing it flipping on the devices.
Yeah.
Because I think one reason we're seeing the thrust of the rocket slowly going down might not be because the pressure is going down, but because it doesn't need as much pressure. I mean, much power. We'll find out. Because if I'm understanding all these settings right, I should be able to unload it and just relaunch it. And then when we relaunch it, if that thrust is greater than 9.7, then we know that it's controlling that thrust.
Yeah.
I am noting that the ground velocity seems to be tracking pretty well with the altitude.
Well. Wonder when it's at a point where we could actually see it.
I'm guessing about 3 kilometers. I mean, yeah, 3 kilometers. Right now we are at 7 kilometers. Says we have about 2.5 minutes.
Okay.
I don't know about that. It's looking more like 1 minute to me. But I imagine as it gets close to the ground, it's gonna flare the rocket and slow down, and go do the whole SpaceX thing where it flares the rocket and then glides in.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're at 4 kilometers. All right, we're at 3 kilometers. Come on.
Not seeing it.
There it is. Oh, no, that's just a smudge on my screen.
Hello, Rocket. When are you coming down? Where is it at?
I'll go look, because I actually came out to watch, but... It's at 500 meters. Alright, I guess I'll go in here, read off the numbers, and you can tell me when you see it. 300 meters.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, it definitely slowed it down.
Oh. Oh, it was
100.
It's coming.
I can't see it from here. There it is. I see it. I see it. Yeah, that looks like it's going to be a successful landing.
I seen like just a very itty bitty speck of white for a very long time, and that's what this rocket was.
Part of me wonders if we use a different fuel, if we get a different
Oh yeah.
flame color.
Oh, flame color? Maybe.
All right. Haha! We have successfully landed.
But did you see the speck? Or no? When you were...
No. I ran to read the avionics, and then I didn't have the angle to see it. But yes, I would expect that. Yes, that's all right. That's in the power.
No, it was like such a small speck that very specific like mouse locations showed it.
Yes. All right. So we have a lot of volatiles to process. I'm gonna go get a crap ton of chutes, and
I also got 1.48 kilomoles of volatiles for you.
Guess how much volatiles I have in the rocket?
Well, a lot, because you're manually collecting them.
What was that?
A lot, like 4 kilomoles, 5 kilomoles.
Here's where I'm going to be honest. I'm not even sure, because I haven't done the math. I have 5,000 volatile ice. Why aren't you going in? There we go. Oh, yeah. Take a look. Oh, yeah. Take a look. Yeah, you're backed up. How backed up are you? I might regret this. Yep, instantly regret that.
Wait, what?
No, I'm shutting off one of the deep miners because I don't know if they tweaked it, but it's clearly doing more than 2.5.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna open up your rocket.
No. Oh. Basically, not open the chutes.
Correct.
Go ahead. I plan on getting the chute so we can run it straight to the ice crusher. Because I haven't had time to build the melt room.
Huh. Interesting. So I wanted to see if, like, with that computer, you could select different things and it shows you all the information about it. The rocket avionics, apparently to the computer, it doesn't actually update the current code. Because current code is set to 0 right now. And for some reason, density is set to 4016.
Interesting. I'm not sure what that is about.
Okay, Can we make a silo?
No.
Gold, copper, steel?
I don't remember.
Because if we can do that, then I can start storing the charcoal.
I mean, we probably have the resources. We do have the printer set up where it can do it. So
yeah, it's just an auto layer. So, oh, did we put lights on a proximity? Oh, that's not the auto layers.
I guess I'll just be stinky.
Yeah, okay. I guess. Yeah.
Okay, making a silo.
Excuse me.
Mm. Yeah, I guess.
Hola.
Hola, ¿cómo está?
¿Todo bien? ¿Y tú?
Bien.
Good.
The rocket did not explode.
El Rockito no explodio?
Although, technically, the last one did not explode. It
True,
just...
it just fell to Earth really suddenly.
Yes. Well, actually, no, it did not fall.
It's the stopping that caused it.
Yes. No, it didn't fall to Earth. It fell to Mars.
The sudden loss of speed.
Yes. I just had very efficient brakes. They were just so efficient.
They were so efficient that the rocket couldn't handle it.
It went from kilometers a second to 0 really quickly. Instantly.
Instantaneously.
He landed with style.
Yeah. Very suddenly, though.
Admittedly, I'm actually thinking about stripping the mining piece out of this rocket and replacing it with a scanner.
Yeah.
Another scanner. And
means you need to find oxygen.
And this one's got enough fuel that it's going to be able to go where we need it to go.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
As well as land safely? Are you going to add that pressure regulator or whatever?
That's where I'm not even sure if it's needed, because was it the thrust because the pressure was dropping, or because it didn't need that thrust?
Well, I guess one way to find out.
Well, no, we will know when we launch it.
Yep. Water.
Alright, I'm going to still be...
What?
That's probably going to be...
Ah, there's my cup.
Will, for the sake of cleaning up my...
Oh, I should have grabbed more,
Thank you for the follow!
More, shoots.
Dump all this volatile ice into here so I can clean up my mining belt.
Okay, all I need is basic shoots going into the silo.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to power the silo to allow stuff to go in, right? Oh, okay, cool. And that's all I need. We can power it later.
Alrighty. If I have this set up right.
Wait.
Extend that.
In space. So.
We really need to make the elevator for this guy. Alright.
Yield.
Cargo.
So if it does not equal home, then it's in space.
I should do
14. Oh.
That's a solid point.
What?
How do I get the cargo to unload?
Oh.
code. What do I need? I forgot. Oh, stacker.
Open. You can do it with code open.
To do dumb logic. If occupied.
You can't put dumb logic inside of the rocket.
Says who?
Says the game.
Well, I don't believe it. I do what I want.
Well, first,
There we go. There we go.
dumb logic needs to be placed on like a wall or floor or ceiling.
I was looking at.
There's no wall, floor.
Well, there's
on the rock.
umbilicals that you can put logic
Not for
into,
data.
or transmitters.
Not for data.
I thought there was.
Well, I'm gonna make myself some dumb logic with a lever to see if I can open.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Rocket. You can do a rocket circuit housing.
Yes.
So I guess you can do dumb logic. Logic uplink.
That's to control the rocket from a computer.
Oh, the funny part is I'm actually going to try to use dumb logic through that.
Good luck. It's not gonna work.
Find out, because
Yep, fuel test, yep. Let's see. Well, tell me or two.
you have a standard cable.
Me?
There.
No magic.
Oh.
Oh no, I meant no. You're not magic, but you knew who I was talking to. My brain's like you're answering the question to magic, but you got it from creative, and yeah, my brain failed. It does happen.
Okay. Code 0. Okay. Alright. Okay.
Oh.
What?
I can't. I just need to name this that way I don't confuse it with yours. Oh.
What do you mean?
You ready for the dumbest logic? I pulled the lever.
Where? Oh. On it, yeah.
I just pulled the freaking lever on the cargo chute.
You didn't know that was there?
I forgot. I did say my brain was being dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. But at the same time, I'm not going to want to dismantle that rocket every time I need to unload it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But could you do it with the UI?
No, I wasn't able to see a way to do it with the UI.
Wait, what? No motherboard connection to avionics through data link for your dock. Oh, there, right.
Where are you in seeing that?
Storage. Oh yeah, you could change it.
Where?
Open 0. Boop.
Oh,
changed it.
Oh, we wanted it.
to 1, yeah, for open.
I
I
forgot
think
about
you
that.
actually do have to power it.
Power what?
Maybe you don't need
Asylum.
power to get it out.
Yeah, you. No, you do. Pretty sure.
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Yeah. Wait, there's only one stack in there. There should be multiple stacks. Oh,
Test.
maybe it's stacks of 100 for charcoal. That would make sense. Because I had 217, so that's well, no, because then there should be 2 stacks. Huh.
Wait, what? Oh, minor.
All right. So does that mean it's completely filled up? The hopper? I mean the.
Minor.
Yeah, that would kind of make sense.
Oh, no.
That's probably
Stack of
not
200.
50. Not
Natural condition.
All right, we have 7 kilomoles of oxygen.
Condition. Inch.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna have a decent amount of
So if it's greater than, or wait, no.
charcoal.
Yeah. Okay, so it is this one. So 22. Ooh. Hoo, 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 hoo. Let me do the math. I'll do the math.
Point. Should I say like 20?
Creative, do you need pollutant for something? Did I hear you say you want pollutant?
Long ago.
Okay, do
So
you
guess how
not
many
need any more pollutant?
guess how many kilomoles of volatiles we're going to get from processing all this volatiles I just brought home?
How much?
300 kilomoles.
1,100, or I mean 110,000 moles. So 110 kilomoles.
Okay. Magic, if you can get the pollutant to be not liquid, so like, well,
250 degrees. Does that work?
no, colder. I'd say
Because
like
it's
50.
okay. Well, it's 250 degrees for now. So,
Get it colder.
that's no, not my job. My job is to store. If you want it colder, I can put it in a regular tank, not an insulated tank. But then it would start to freeze and liquefy.
Mm-hmm.
So what you can do is you can have a radiator and a digital pipe valve. When the temperature is above what you want, you open the digital valve.
Yeah.
When it drops below, actually, you probably want like a pump bit so you can pump the last bit of it out. But the whole point, you have a switch where you're able to circulate it. Oh, a one-way valve and a turbo pump. But either way, you have it where you can control the flow into a radiator when the temperature is too hot, and then you close it and stop the circulation when it's at the target temperature.
Yeah, true.
Avionics.
I hate how you have to set the logic memory to Kelvin.
Oh, it is the best reference point.
It is, but when you look at with the pipe analyzer, it comes up as Celsius. So
yes, but with the coding, you never have to worry about a negative value when you do it with Kelvin.
True. I guess that's a good point there.
and particularly when you're actually dealing with computing at assembly level coding, it's very powerful to sit there and say, ignore negative values. These are only positive integers. And then you double the value. Instead of only being able to store 256, you then can store 512 because you're not having to cut your storage limit in half by accounting for negative values. Concepts of computing that we don't think about these days because we have so many resources we don't have to worry about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So when I'm no longer stinky, I need to print out an additional insulated tank. Grab some frames, and that way I can build the massive insulated tank to hold the volatiles.
You didn't empty your rocket completely, right?
It's backed up, so no, it's not completely empty.
Ratio.
It had
0.04.
Yeah, it still had. If you look at quantity, it should say something that we just don't have to worry about. Not that we don't have to.
Quantity is 2. Okay, so I'm guessing.
I mean, a lot of programmers don't worry about resources these days. I think we should. I'm sad. Like, God, video games in the 80s, if you actually look at how they were coded, the coding was works of art because they had to fit everything into a very small space. Like, you take for granted how much memory it takes to operate your monitor, and they had to find clever ways to make it look like you had full color when they didn't have the computing power to give full color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took skill in the programming. It took skill in the artwork to be able to have tiling where one tile can only display one set of colors and another tile can settle a second set, and to have it seamlessly appear like you have full color in the image until you look close enough to see the tiling, and only when you know what you're looking for. Yeah. Infinite power in any living space. Yes.
So,
wow.
I test for fuel. I test the drill bit.
Yeah, we definitely need to work on getting the shower back up and running. But that's a task that I leave to Magic, since I kind of had working and I don't know what he did, but either.
Well, you had it not working at all.
It was working. I took a shower in it, and then next thing I know, it was having gases in the water tank that there had been no
That's
reason.
because you connected the water up to the ice crusher. And somebody put ice in it. I don't know who it was, but I did not put ice in it.
There was pollutant, which is in none of the ices in the water line. I don't know what happened. I think
it becomes polluted water.
No, there's a difference between polluted water and pollutant.
Yes, but when the polluted water heats up, it becomes pollutant and water. Because you're not just losing the pollutant. It's not just becoming straight water. It's becoming pollutant and water.
How did CO2 get in it?
Ice crusher.
Mode.
Where does it get CO2 from the ice crusher?
4. Less than.
Fuck if I know. I just
the only way I know of.
The only thing I did is do code for the heater, the pipe heater. That's all I did. I didn't add anything to the ice crusher. Didn't add anything else besides the pipe heater and the code to run it till it. I wasn't out yet.
Okay. Okay.
What did I need? I forgot what I needed now. Yeah, more cable.
Okay, so if I test if I'm in space, if current code does not equal home code, then it's in space. Then so it jumps to space, it checks to see if current code is the destination code, which is what I set it at. If it is, then it'll continue. If it's not, he'll keep jumping back to in space to check that current code. And then, so then it tests for fuel, make sure it's above a certain pressure. It tests for, or it tests the battery to see if it's more than a certain mode. Then it has the drill bit to make sure it's like over 20%. I'll adjust that depending on what it is like. Storage test. So if it's greater than 90%, it'll return home. I don't think there's anything else I need to test.
Alrighty. And how are you doing this evening, Mr. Bill?
Jump to check if it's space.
Too far.
Alright. What are you doing?
Still got one more to process.
Ah, okay.
I was looking at it.
Wait. Come upstairs. Both of you come upstairs.
What do you mean, come upstairs? We're already upstairs.
Like, floor 0. Oh, come down to the thing that I'm not allowed in.
Okay.
This is the sound that's gonna play when a storm is incoming.
I hear it.
This is gonna be for a storm incoming.
A bit sad. We had a set of dogs we got in 2008, and today the final one passed away, Rex. A little bitty fella, white and fluffy, loved to sit on our laps. Oh, I am so sorry,
danger.
Bill.
Warning, warning, danger, 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 warning, alert, storm, incoming.
So,
but
yeah.
I only did it once. So,
one of my wife's cousin's dogs passed away yesterday.
Who goes there?
It was an itty bitty fella that was white and fluffy too. But the sadder news was one of her mom's cousins passed away, and like to add weight to that loss, that particular second cousin once removed, whatever, her mom's cousin lived in the same facility as the 99-year-old. So now the 99-year-old, like, it's kind of this weekend was all about moving the 99-year-old into the new room, which was her big project that she wanted. And my mother-in-law is worried because the 99-year-old is a very much project-oriented individual. And now that her project's done, she doesn't have another one.
Hmm.
So she didn't even get to bask in the "I've accomplished my goal" before getting the news. So she's very sad about the death. So we have found a nice little salve to help. I'm going over and visiting her every day after work from now on. Today was day 1, and she was really happy that I did it. She was in very good spirits. We're very confident that being around me reminds her of her former husband who passed away. She's constantly saying that him and I would have got along swimmingly had I got to know him.
Hmm.
Okay, finally emptied the silo, so we can close the silo and actually close the silo. And she was very alert and very happy today. And Mr. Creative, you have the steel plates to lock up or seal up my rocket again. But I was even impressed because on top of her being in very good spirits despite the loss, she brought up, so I have my friend the Last Jelly Bean, and I talk about her occasionally, but not a lot around Grandma. Today she was even going, "Hey, that friend of yours," and she was trying to remember the Last Jelly Bean's actual name, and we were like, my wife and I were talking about it after the fact, going, the fact that she could remember such a distant conversation that has such little bearing in her life shows that she's actually in really good mental health. And when I got home, I called my mother-in-law and told her everything that had happened. She goes, "Yeah, after you left the facility, she called me to talk about how you're such a great gentleman, how great you, like, what type of guy you are, the fact that you're going to be coming over every day." And then I told her mom about the whole, and even her mom, who I talk about the Last Jelly Bean much more frequently with, was like, "Oh, I had to stop for a moment and think about who you were talking about."
Mm-hmm.
Like, it took a moment for my mother-in-law to register which friend. So Grandma's still very sharp, which we were worried about, but this kind of cements it's because she changed her time release morphine to direct morphine, and that's why she looked like she had lost her mind. So we're all feeling much better about Grandma. We're still don't think she's going to make it to this time next year. But my mentality is, and my thought is, I'm an asshole if I don't do this. By going and visiting her every day, I give her something to look forward to, something that she can enjoy, something where she doesn't feel like she's alone, and that will extend her life. And again, if I don't do it when it's in my ability to, it kind of makes me an asshole. But it's literally on my way home from work, and I just stop by, I visit for like a half hour. She is sharper than I am. I often say my mind is like a steel trap.
In Magic, you're gonna have to open up that.
What goes in
rocket again
doesn't come out.
Open up what?
I figured you were going to go with the comment, "Yes, my mind is like a steel trap that's been left outside in the rain for 40 years and is now rusted shut."
Okay.
Alright. So, saving the game, and let's see. Alright, map. We're going to go back to that point. And we're going to turn on the rocket and see what type of thrust we get. And we get 16.3 kilonewtons of force. So yes, it has not to do with the pressure. It had to do with it was throttling.
Okay.
I don't have that excuse when it comes to the names of people I have never met. I'm going to be honest. I tell people it's like I'm going to forget your name within 5 seconds of meeting you. Like you're going to tell me your name, and I'm going to instantly forget it. Your face, though, I will remember your face until the end of time. For whatever
so with
reason,
the jetpack off, I can hear the alarm from there all the way over to where I have the volatile creation.
Now the sad part is what you should be doing. Well, Mars has a
IC chip in the suit, right?
Well, a logic transmitter to the suit, but
yeah.
But the big issue is Mars's atmosphere is so thin that sound carries.
Which is why I was thinking of running cables down to the floors that have atmosphere.
Yes. Well, Creative and I keep talking
because I have a batch speaker.
I am that guy that has. Okay, I'm having trouble reading this, so give me a moment. I am that guy that has to meet you 2 or 3 times in 1 week to remember. Gotcha. And that, I know a lot of people like that.
Okay.
What?
Still working on the code. Yeah, it's on. If it is not, then yeah. Okay.
Where's the Elton John Rocket Man when you need it? Oh, that's right. It's copyrighted.
I was gonna be like, damn, we could do Rocket Man for a storm incoming, but wouldn't really be that practical.
No, you do Prince's Purple Rain.
Yeah, I guess you could do that one too.
Or no. Garth Brooks, The Thunder Rolls. Right, we are at our destination. Time to turn on the.
So I think my volatile creation is foolproof to where it's not going to overpressurize. It's not going to send out reagent mix. Not going to do anything like that. Because I have it only opening when it gets above 600 Kelvin, and the minimum temperature that it needs to be to get to charcoal is 580 Kelvin. So it's not going to open unless it's hot enough to make the charcoal.
Okay, so
I have a back press regulator.
Letting it sit did not increase the next ore yield.
Okay.
And the lightning strikes, another part grows cold on sleepless night. Okay, I at least made it through to somewhat.
So that's good.
And I can't use the total mined ore to know the total volume in the cargo hold anymore because it's total mined ore at the location, and we've already mined 5K.
Okay.
Okay, this is a slight issue.
So, what's pressure?
So if we mine this and the estimated ore at location is accurate, we will get 4.4 megamoles of volatiles.
Damn.
From this one location. There are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 volatile locations. and 2 water.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. GR2.
All right, that's going to be mining for a while. I don't know if it's going to auto stop once the cargo gets full. All right. I need to get a recharge on my battery for my light. And then I'm going to go grab and see if I can build this crazy idea of how to melt the ice better.
So we lost a bunch of, we lost about 10 moles of carbon dioxide in this room, because apparently the vent froze. So I need to heat this room up.
What is this room?
The gas room.
Okay.
So there may or may not be 275 kPa of pressure.
There.
In this room.
All right, Creative, I'm going to go take a quick bio break. If you could keep an eye on Doc's mining and make sure he doesn't get above the cargo hold, I'd appreciate it. I don't think it's going to be an issue, but figured I'd say something just in case things don't go as planned.
Okay. Let's see. So I'm just.
All right, I'll be back.
Ratio then. Right?
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Ratio or quantity, it can hold 50, but if the ratio gets to 1, you know it's full.
Okay.
All right, I'll be back.
I got miner. Okay. I just wasn't loading. Okay.
See, and this is why I had that liquid drain. Because now the liquid pipe, or the liquid pipe broke. Because somebody removed the drain from the outside, apparently.
That's all you. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna take quite a while. So this should all work then. Yeah. Ooh, wait a minute. Actually, I should move this elsewhere. Okay. Control X, Control V, Control X, Control V. Jump. Control. Rocket. Pumping. Field test. Jump. RA. There. Make sure to make a space right there. I'll do the same here. Okay, what's the issue at now? Okay. Is then, with this being here, I could use this for when it's just sitting. Yeah. So enter draw control. Yep. I suppose I'll use this and kind of this line, both of these, for up here, for the cantilever. No. No, that shouldn't be. Hmm. Control V in there. Hmm. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I just use this, yeah, so. Control Z, Control V. Wait. Not relative. I have relative down here. I did. There. So if it's less than, less than, less than. Ooh, that is way too much pressure. Thing it. So then Control E. That's probably about a good amount of time to check. 2.8. Control 2, Control V. Switch that to 1. There you go. I should do battery test first. Check battery. So that will be battery load is 0 for the average branch less than 10 less than
Not like we need that 10 MPa of carbon dioxide anyway.
Control.
So it wasn't exactly a loss. But the pressure in this room is way too much.
Yeah.
And with the lag, it takes 15 billion years for the pressure to go down in the airlock. Literally takes 15 years. Takes longer on Mars than it does on Venus to get the pressure out of the airlock.
Okay. Drill or check drill bit. B. Yeah. Branch less than well. This drill bit should be 0.25, and I guess I'll control B. See. Control V. Control C. Greater than 0. Control V. There. So that's fuel.
Are we lagging?
Checking. Oh, I'm just coding. Battery check. Drill check. Or drill bit check. Check.
So I think we're lagging. Cause I think I broke physics. We might not be lagging. But I had I had one passive vent in the room that's 270 kPa, right? That's pretty freaking high compared to the outside, which is like 2 kPa. I have one passive vent on the inside, and I have 2 passive vents on the outside. The pressure went down like 10 kPa. But it's still at 272. Which is still a lot higher than 2.
Yeah.
So the air should be going outside. But it wasn't going outside. It wasn't coming inside either. But it should have been going outside at a very, very rapid pace.
Mm.
But it wasn't.
Okay.
So let's connect the pipe again and see what happens.
I'm back, by the way.
Welcome back.
Mage.
Right, you've gone up to 44%.
Okay.
Mage.
Where are you at?
The gas room. The very far corner by where the nitrogen is.
Why is it not depressurizing the room?
It is. It's just going really fucking slow because it has 270 kPa to go through. So
Why
just give
does
it a
it have
moment.
270 kPa to go through?
Because we broke a pipe for the carbon dioxide. So there was a shit ton of there was 10 MPa from the tank that went into the room. We got a kilomole of carbon dioxide in each grid of this room.
Magic or mage. Jeez. I think I got my IC chip done.
Nice.
It's open now, so you can come in.
Did you just abort the
No, it depressurized by itself. Good news, it'll take you 0.2 seconds to get in here. Okay, so all the way over here. You see passive vent, right? You look through this wall, you see 2 more passive vents right here. So the pressure in this room should be going outside. But it's not.
It is.
No, not.
Oh, it is.
No, because the room is still 272.
Okay. Here's the problem. Do you see how big this freaking room is?
Yeah, but it's a passive vent. It should. It's
the passive
well, I mean,
vent
yeah, it's
only
dependent
has
on...
a volume of 10. Like, the pipe only has a volume of 10. It's still gotta pass through the pipe.
Yeah, but it still has that much pressure not pushing in on it, so it should go faster than 0.1 millimoles per hour.
So, you're creating a vacuum at that passive vent, and it's sucking. You need to go to the furthest from the vent to see if you're making any impact. You're never going to see the impact standing on top of the vent.
Wow, 271.
Alright. The big question to know whether it's actually venting out or not is to go outside and look to see whether gas is flowing away from it.
I mean,
it is.
Oh, it is? Okay, let me just put the active vent.
But again, one of the problems you have is that you're just having these tiny vents doing it. So are you trying to...
Are you still back there?
Yes.
Here, toss those on there.
Well, actually, I'd toss them in on this side.
Well, I have an active vent that I'm
Alright.
attaching on the side.
Because are you just trying to get the gas out?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
You ready to let the gas out?
Yeah. I already am. It's on. Oh, shit. Wait. It's... Oh, okay, yeah. But, I mean, it's...
How much did you lose?
30 kPa. No.
Tell me when you want it
No.
back on.
So, we lost 1 kPa. So, go ahead, open it.
I already did.
Oh.
I just opened it at a different spot.
Alright, yeah, we're still at 271 kPa. None of the gases are going down. Okay, we're at 269. Wait. Where'd you put a hole?
Behind the tank.
Okay. So, the only thing that I see... Okay, yeah, I guess I see some particles flying over
I see
here.
a whole lot of particles dancing.
Yeah. Wow, there's just that much freaking gas in here?
Let's put it this way. I'm on Mars, and I have 20 kPa around me. Now, mind you, that's including the fact that I'm losing the gas to my back. Because, you know, it hits here, and then, yeah, I'm still standing at 20 kPa.
Jeez, yeah, we're still at 250, so this is gonna take like 20 minutes.
If it was pure oxygen, I'd be able to breathe.
From just what's coming out. That's funny. Oh. That is kind of funny though, honestly. Actually, I think what I can do.
Now I'm at 24.
Yeah, okay. Close that back up because I have a powered vent that I totally forgot about.
There you go. You see how I did it back in my day? Rip off the wall.
Yeah, literally. Can you go to the back side of where the radiator is for the air conditioning at the very front?
I've already flown away.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't hear any creaking, so I think that's a good thing. I'm at 217 now, 216.
Image.
Yeah, we're still at 214.
Okay, I see it. You moved things around a bit on me, so it confused me. Okay. There we go. The two numbers of interest
running out of power over here now.
Okay.
Wow.
I'll move the 2 points of interest all the way to the top.
Image.
Yes.
Examine.
Oh, you want me to look at the code?
Correct.
Alright, destination. Change this to the mining destination. Gotcha. What's steer?
Avionics.
Gotcha.
What does it do? Yeah. Steer.
I was thinking steer as in like a cow that turns into a steak. Gas storage, pipe analyte.
Is it supposed to be spelled S-T-E-A-R?
No, it's S-T-E-E-R.
Fine.
I mean, regardless of how it's spelled, it's what my brain went to.
Yeah.
Oh, we got 5 kilomoles of oxygen now, so we're good.
Yeah. Okay, then go ahead and seal the base, the lower base, and charge it with oxygen.
Yep.
All right.
All the holes.
Checking things.
Huh?
Current code is like the current location. So. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like,
I guess
okay.
I can leave that going for a while. Yeah, we're just gonna empty this room out. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, okay. So if not equals 0, head home.
Well,
Wait,
not
no.
equals home, then go into space. Like jump to in space. Because if it's not at home, where else could it be? But
yeah, no, I read it wrong.
Yeah.
Which como se dice in English? If I'm reading this right, if it is at home, it will go to space?
No, not equals.
Not equals home.
So if it's at not home.
Oh, gotcha. Yep. In space, if it's not at home, run file in space, not if it's in space, go to home. Gotcha. Read it wrong.
So what part of the base do you want to be flooded with oxygen?
The base. We
Like
want to
the
be able to walk
elevator
around
base?
the elevator base. We want to be able to walk around the entire. After you enter the elevator, we want to be able to walk around without our suits on. And according to you, we have enough
put
oxygen.
An airlock at the elevator.
Correct.
Cool. And is that the only thing that we need? Is everything else like airtight?
I don't know.
Okay.
The floor 0 is airtight. Let me rephrase this. If you shut the door on floor 0, it's airtight. I don't know.
Well,
past the
it
elevator.
counts as a room.
That doesn't mean it's airtight.
True.
Well, I suppose.
But
he could put a large powered vent, start sucking out the air. If the air doesn't go away, then
to the elevator with the door shut, floor 0 is airtight. Floor 4 to the elevator with the door shut is airtight. Floor 9, I don't think it's airtight. That's the big question mark. Okay. And floor 14, we need to finish the airlock to the hangar bay. If you finish the airlock to the hangar bay, then floor 14 is airtight. Okay.
So that means we should probably do a airlock at the utilities as well.
Utilities. Jeez.
As well. I mean, you can, but now when you say the utilities, you mean floor 14?
I suppose.
Because technically floor 9 is also a utility.
Where do you have the oxygen splitting off to? Oh, that's coming down. Okay, so what is?
The utility pathway is not airtight. We probably should seal that, but the bit that I don't know about the utility room is if it exceeds the room limit.
We can just put some frames inside the stuff and then it'll work.
If it exceeds the room limit, we can always seal off one section.
Yeah, we can always just add more airlocks.
Yeah. But my point is, since it's all the way down to bedrock, I don't know how much, it's going to be pretty big, and we need to finish putting in the stairs. Because the whole point was there's supposed to be a stairwell all the way down to bedrock. Okay, check fuel.
That, yeah.
Which makes sense that check fuel is before it, like in space, it branches off, and you don't have to check fuel if you're already in space.
Well, there's a different check fuel for when they're in space. Different checks are in space.
My point, check fuel, which is the one I'm looking at. If you're in space, you're not running this check.
Yeah.
Okay. Yield. Jump to executional line. Rocket fuel pump.
Yeah, that's a bit of a ways down.
Rocket fuel pump.
That's the
loading in
and volume pumps.
Okay, and then you return. Less than that, you basically jump back to
The start, yeah. It's effectively just a wait.
Well, the good news is we'll constantly be getting volatiles with charcoal.
What's R0?
R0 is from the rocket fuel pumping. And R1 as well.
Oh, gotcha. I missed it. Yeah. Which, just for those who I know creative knows this is where aliasing is very helpful, because you can alias your registers and name them so that way it's easier to read the code. And I know creative knows that.
If you have available lines, but I don't have a whole lot of lines left over.
Oh, thank you for reminding me to hydrate.
Now you gotta drink 3 times.
There's 1. There's 2. There's 3.
So my question is, how am I supposed to get a pipe everywhere to pump all of the air out to then pump all the oxygen in? Because where is this white pipe going? It's going to your little thing down there somewhere.
For the 19th time, the white pipe goes down the utility room.
Yeah.
All the way down to the living quarters where there is a
well, yes,
pressure
but it
regulator.
splits off to some room somewhere.
It actually has something coming into that pipe.
Oh,
because
yeah, you're right.
creative is also collecting oxygen. And I believe we put one-way valves, so it is only going into that pipe.
It's only going in.
So it's branching into that pipe, so that way the living quarters, and most specifically the tank storage, has oxygen.
Yeah.
So. Okay, let's see here. Check battery mode. Range less than 5.5.
Well, 6 is full.
Okay, and that you notice I'm like 5.5 seems wrong, and but this is where you're probably going to be telling me something like, well, 6 is full. Gotcha.
Yeah, 5 is like nearly full. 3 is low. 2 is very low. 1 is critically low or something like that. And then just...
Here's where you check the drill. If it's less than 25, we basically...
If it's less than 25%, it's not going to launch.
Okay, I'm following now.
Yeah. Which shouldn't take, or it should take quite a while before that happens.
Yeah. So I just, with creative or with Magic's statement, my brain lost track. Now I'm getting. Anytime it says check in space, it's basically going back to the start. This is do not launch, try again.
Yeah.
And then if it passes all the checks, then we launch.
Yep. Check storage. See if it's empty.
Storage. Engine alarm. Boom. So that launches, right?
Yep.
And then it goes to check if in space.
Yep.
And then if you're in space, it goes to here.
Yeah.
Okay. Rocket fuel pumping. Rocket fuel pumping right here.
Yeah. I was initially planning on having the rocket fuel pumping be part of like that in space section.
But you have to have it pumping while you're
stationary too, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easier to move like 3 lines of code than like 15.
Alright, so this we've already kind of looked at this guy. Go to destination. Jump to fuel test. Okay. So this is when you reach this number, this is enough to get you home.
Definitely.
Right. And
it's 15.
And battery. So. Yeah. And this is battery turn home. I don't know what 3.5 is, but okay. I'm imagining that's like half power.
3 is low. Okay. I think half. Well, it goes
if
from
the drill
0
gets to
6. So, I don't know, what would 4 be halfway?
If it's 0 to 6, 3 should be halfway. But then again, that's saying it's linear and not logarithmic.
Yeah.
If the mining drill drops below 10%, return home. If the storage is at 0.9, return home. Okay. Turn drill on. Okay. And then it goes back and cycles all the way through again. And then you get to return home, idiot. Okay, looks good to me. I didn't find anything wrong.
Yeah.
Ooh, I have not been paying attention. And it might.
Oh, is it full?
Okay, so I have a pipe going all the way down.
Yep, it's full.
So now we hook it up to some active vents.
Bad creative. You told me to look at the code, and you should have been watching the rocket.
Oh, that goes
Right.
out.
And
It was thirsty.
all right, we're coming home. Oh, and that makes sense. So now it's saying it has very high confidence because we only need 9.56, which makes sense because we have less fuel mass.
Mm.
So yeah, I gave it way more fuel than it needed.
Yeah.
This is unfortunate.
But the pressure is now, like, at its current, it's probably going to be below 25 megapascals when it returns. So I think at that point, I can safely deconstruct the second fuel tank and it not, like, it should just repressurize to 50.
Now, does deconstructing the tank act like a pipe, or does it actually act like an insulated tank where...
That's what my brain was literally trying to decide. So I'm thinking it might be better to build a tank, turbo pump the fuel out, and then deconstruct it.
Yeah.
Like if only we had a turbo pump attached to that gas line. Oh, what? Oh, yeah.
You want a turbo pump? I got 2.
There's already a turbo pump attached.
Oh, yeah.
I just have to shut off the code because the code is designed to fill, not empty. Alright. And it's coming down.
I dropped a stack of frames, but it didn't drop, so I think lag.
The part I find somewhat funny is this is the new rocket, but the background that they display is the old rocket system.
What?
There we go. We're good.
So, before the current iteration of rockets, there was another rocket design where you just built the engine, you built the fuel tank, you built the mining, you built the cargo, and the cockpit. It had a different style of launch tower than we currently have. And if you actually pull up the rocket control, the rocket you see as the background is the old style of rocket.
Okay. Yeah, would have never noticed that.
That's because you didn't play with the old style of it.
True.
And it does look like I've talked to my boss, and he's even thinking about doing the same thing, because he's got a resin printer at home. I have 2 resin printers at home, and we're actually thinking about setting them up in the workshop at work. Because right now, with the way my garage is, I can't really get in to use the resin printer. Because you have to have space to do the cleanup and all that other stuff. We're thinking about setting our 3 printers up in the warehouse section of the shop, and that way, because I'm even like, look, I have several projects I want to print, but when I'm at home, I can't get to it. I don't feel like doing it. I could easily do it if I was here. And he's even like, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
So, like, I need to reprint the Sword of Gryffindor. I resin printed it last year, but I didn't put proper drainage in, so the cross guard ended up bursting because the residue of resin was able to pressurize it enough that it burst. And I just haven't gotten around to reprinting it. I want to print the parts that are messed up, assemble the Sword of Gryffindor, and then cast it out of aluminum.
Okay.
And let's see here. Let me try to remember. I'm probably gonna butcher the name. Curious if anyone knows how to properly pronounce that.
Orichalcum?
Orichalcum. So, you might have heard about that in video games. Orichalcum is supposed to have mystical properties. I have several pounds of it at the workshop that I want to make a sword out of.
Ooh.
And my idea is to resin cast the blank with the inlay section open and proud, cast it in the orichalcum, and then make the inlays out of aluminum, and then press the orichalcum to hold the aluminum in place, where the aluminum will have the curse, the blessing, the enchantment on the blade.
Yeah.
I'm curious if Bill knows what orichalcum is in real life. Because it would not shock me if he knows.
Oh, it would shock you if I knew?
You might know. I think I might have told you already.
If you did, I can't remember. And no, I don't know.
West. 21 kilometers to go. I wonder if Bill's still paying attention or if he doesn't know.
Or had to leave to do something.
So I do think this is too big of a room.
You think?
The going down.
You mean the elevator?
Or no, the utility.
The utility. So I think we're gonna have to put probably frames with manual hatches.
Well, we could just halfway down put flat walls in the opening and along the sides and a door.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, guess what? A storm is incoming.
Oh, who would have thought?
Of course. My rocket is on its way down in a storm.
Imagine if the storm affects it.
Well, we already know it doesn't because we landed one in a storm before.
Yeah. But it had no weight to it. Right, it wasn't holding a lot of weight.
There's the screwdriver.
What?
I'm wondering if we can get the altitude out of nope, I don't see it.
2.51 kilomoles.
It'd be nice if we could get the altitude of the rocket into Logic, so that way we can have it on a display, so I don't have to be inside the terminal to see how far it is from the landing.
What? It's the uplink or something? Uplink? What? Downlink. Yeah, no.
All right, so I need to find Doc's pickaxe. All right, Doc's pickaxe? Yeah, Doc's pickaxe.
Mm.
Can you put walls on the stairwells, on all sides of stairwells?
I don't see why not.
You can put them on the outside of this section. Okay.
No, I didn't see the option. All right, less than a kilometer. I kind of see it. Yep. It's at the point where at the right mouse, there it is. The blue dot's coming in.
Well, yeah, no, I seen it a lot farther than that.
Kilomoles. Alright, let's shut you off. Because you're just going to turn that via. Alright, and connect it up. Oh, there's the storm. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Okay.
I'm trying to color code it. Should it be? No. I think this.
Hopefully what I'm doing right now, this is just going to be a temporary measure. But I think hopefully this should make this a room. No, it's not.
Alright, let me come and see if I can help. Because I think I know where the problem might be. Oh, you put a blast door.
Yes. Because that's what I had. But I went and made other doors. But The storm is still getting in here. Oh.
All right. So I think I know where that problem is. But I also don't have flat walls to help.
I have a singular flat wall.
All right. So
lead the way.
It's gonna be hard in the storm. Actually,
I have a bunch of
I know
sheets.
where to do.
Or I have 17 frames that we can use.
It's gonna be easier to go the other way, so I'm gonna go to the elevator and seal it from that side.
So you.
Because I think I know exactly where it is.
Well.
It's on floor 9.
Hmm. No, at least you're getting a shit ton of power. Wait for me, I'm right behind you. Ah, shit.
There.
So basically, it might be easier to go this way. Oh, I did seal it. Oh.
Yeah, I could just do there.
But it still counts as world. And, oh, now I see the storm.
Why not try at every floor, put the door, like, right up against one of the...
Well, this one, you, oh, wait.
Like, right up against one of the,
Why is this one considered...
I think it has to... Oh, did you do a greenhouse?
Oh, floor 9?
Cool. Yeah. I think I have an idea why.
It's probably the elevator.
Yeah, I just fell through it.
Nope, I sealed the door and it's still world.
No,
yeah, so it's definitely this frame.
Which frame? I don't know where you're at.
Yeah, that's it. That frame, yeah.
Yep, that's what it was. This is now a room and sealed.
Because when you pass right where you... This is a door, and it actually separated it. This allowed me to make this a room. But...
Wait, this is a world now.
Yeah, this is world.
I see it as room 76.
No, I see through this door here, this is a room. And then through here, this is world.
I see this as room 77 and this as world 76.
I see this as room 139 and world.
If I jump, I'm not in the storm.
I am.
I am.
But if I do this...
I'm in the storm.
Now we're in the storm.
Oh, I see.
But if I seal this... Are you going to be on the other side, or are you going to stay there?
Yeah, because I wanna see if this will take the storm away. No, that's not the reason.
It took the storm away on this side.
No.
Yeah, but not on this side.
Not for me, anyways.
I'm able to jump up and down. The storm's not affecting me here.
The storm is still affecting me all the way down at the very bottom. So I think the bottom is not airtight.
Oh, that's...
Oh, no, this part is. Okay, so it is, it's just... Yeah, so this is sealed down here. This is room 92. Yeah. So it's just the utilities, tunnel.
No, we need a way to actually get out of each of the floors.
What do you mean?
Get into the world so we can do cables.
Oh, yeah.
Pipes. Search.
I think the only thing we can do for right now. Well, no, because that's not gonna work. Because that's already a sealed room. So this here is 238. This is room 92. This is not a room.
What's not a room?
The utility shaft.
Yeah, I'm working at seeing what I can do.
It should be because I added a manual floor hatch and sealed everything else.
Did you seal the very... Oh, I see what you did.
8.
Yeah.
So I'd want...
So is this a room? No.
36.
Oh, come over here. This little hole right here might not be sealed.
There. That should do all.
Yeah.
Pieces.
Well, there's oxygen here, apparently. Wait, huh? Oh, no, not. Okay. I was just lagging. I was like...
Oh.
Huh. Oh, another one of those things? Also, I mean, we have the doors open, so... Is it a room?
12.
Nope.
Huh. Maybe we just do frames all the way around on the outside.
That's kind of what my brain was going with.
And then just do a couple manual hatches. And just say fuck it.
5, 6.
Like manual floor hatches?
8 so far. Okay.
At least this part should be sealed. Yeah, this is completely sealed. That's sealed.
So they want that, huh?
Oh, I think I see the problem. Somebody dug a big, long, like, trench thing into one of the walls.
Yeah,
no, it doesn't go anywhere. Yeah, it doesn't go anywhere, but... Oh, this one. Oh, holy, yeah, this one really does.
So I'd want...
Yeah, I think this might have the same dilemma that the elevator had, and we just need to just accept that there's going to be a hole we can't see and flat it.
Is it going to be largely
with frames?
Yeah.
Hey, is this the hole? Is this the hole? This might be the hole.
Large insulated gas tank.
Found the hole. I found the wormhole.
Okay.
So this is now a room.
I don't see anything as a room down here.
Unless I had.
Are you up
This is
top
room
in the
80.
upper one?
Here. Oh, here. There, I fixed it. So yeah, large liquid tank for the liquid carbon dioxide and liquid pollutant in there. Then I could have large gas tank here, and the heat, or yeah, the heat exchangers here. I'll have a couple of them, I think. Yeah, I'll have a couple of them. Check what?
The room status?
Which ones?
In the
Utility room.
utility?
Floor 9, you mean?
No. Go to the
like
top.
the stairwell.
And
Yeah, so I see this as room 80.
that
I see this as world.
sees it as differently.
Did we?
With that one before, we were both saying that it was world when Matt
Maybe.
was saying it was room.
Yeah, but I've always seen every room as a room.
No, I've had it before too. It's like, see this top one? I see world. Now does
up here
see the top?
Yeah, he sees it as room 80.
Yeah.
I see it as world as well.
That
I mean, I guess there's one way we can find out for sure.
pump it out, yeah.
Drop an item.
Yeah. Nope, pump out the air.
Like, if it can make it a perfect vacuum, then there's no, or then it's definitely room.
Yeah.
Oh.
And room.
Huh.
There was a lot of wormholes, but we've got them filled.
Nice. There you go. 9, 10,
Alright.
12. Wait, what?
Alright. I see gas particles coming from... Oh, vents. Gotcha.
Huh. Well, I missed...
They shouldn't be, because nothing is on.
I made...
Past the vent.
I made
Where?
4...
Your atmospherics room.
This is extra.
Ah. Oh, yeah. On the outside? Yeah.
Alright.
Right at the front, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Counterflow heat exchanger. I should only need one more. I already have one on me. Yeah.
Alright.
No, this is gonna take a freaking long ass time for what I want to do with this, but...
Alright, let's shut this off.
Then I want the direct ones.
So, 6 or... Interesting. Why is it still dropping?
Why is what still dropping?
The pressure in my fuel tank. Okay, there we go. It's stable. 14.4 pascals, not megapascals, not kilopascals, pascals.
Mm.
Deconstructing the fuel capsule. I got no particles. But 14, the pressure in the rest of them is still 14. So maybe it did delete the gas. Maybe it's a good thing I
think that will.
emptied it out.
So that's all I need for those. Okay, looks like someone didn't press that print. Yeah, insulated gas pipe wasn't completely backed up. Ooh, we need more gold for heavy cables.
Oh, that would be why.
What?
What the hell?
What?
What?
I'm guessing I had a pressure explosion from the ice because my tower got damaged.
Huh.
Oh. Okay, yeah, so I think this is a room because the pressure is slowly going down.
Interesting.
Like, I'm kind of curious what did it because is destroyed, is destroyed, is not destroyed, is not destroyed.
Could it be too close to the rocket?
It worked fine. It survived the entire other launch, so I don't know what went wrong.
Yeah, but it could have been damaged to like 60%.
Well, we'll make sure to check it on the next. All right. So I need a gas umbilical. Wait, no, I need a power umbilical and a cargo umbilical.
All the other ones are fine.
Yes. I'm tempted to steal yours just for the meantime.
Hmm.
What is the farthest point from the elevator at floor 0? The furnace? Here?
Effectively, yeah, until Mage expands. Which you could do like a door to go to the next section.
So from here. Yeah, okay, so this is 2.29. Remember 2.29 for me.
2.5783.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, so I believe this actually is a room down here.
Now I'm kind of curious what the heck happened, but
Yeah, because the pressure is going down here.
Is that the farthest away you could build one of those towers?
I don't know. So I've launched a few rockets, and again, the gas umbilical is fine. So I'm thinking something happened with the volatile ice melting or something. All right.
Yeah.
Whatever that, moving this around is definitely going to give much more space. All right. Let's go get more cargo.
Yeah, I'll just do that. Oh, oh wait, I need another thing. Oh.
Oh, I see there's a room now.
Insulated.
Good.
Apparently putting a vent made it a room.
Oh. I need so much silicon. We have, like, not anywhere near enough what I need.
All right. So
We do have enough for.
looks like I can just go flippity flip.
I do have the liquid on me, so that's good.
That should still work. Yep.
Hmm.
And I can flippity. All right.
Oh, we do have 15.
Not a good spot. Yeah, I'm just going to wait till this is emptied, and then we can redesign it.
Okay, yeah, we're at 2.07 kPa now, down at floor 0. Alright.
46 more to go. That could take a while.
So yeah, it must be highly beneficial to put it into silos and the ices instead of leaving like 50 of them in chutes.
Are silos temperature tight?
Mm.
So actually, my thought that I've had for a while, but we haven't played around with it, is I'm tempted to make a airtight room.
Out of frames.
Actually, no. Out of the high pressured glass. Like,
Oh, still light.
yep. Have it large enough that it actually generates a decent amount of heat during the day. And just have it drop all the ice into that room.
Oh.
And have a powered vent sucking it all out. I think it would be very visually pleasing to see the ice all bouncing all over the place.
Yeah. You're gonna have like a blast door with an airlock system so you can actually get in there and be in an ice blender.
That would probably not be a bad idea, even though that I was not intending to do that. It would be a good maintenance concept, because in case something goes sideways,
Yeah.
you want to be able to get in there and fix it. Because this, like, the alternative is I make more ice crushers.
Yeah. Hmm.
Can I actively move these chutes?
Which chutes?
Going into the centrifuge from the miners. I need to move them up and over one.
What do you mean you need to move them up and over one?
Because they're in the way of the door that I'm going to be placing here.
Let me come see what you're talking about.
Creative, do you see the red for the composite door?
No, I do not see your hologram.
I'm guessing. So I'm placing it right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I need to actually. I think I need to put it up too.
You made it. You placed the chutes so that's like you could
blocking the door.
Really jump.
Yeah, I need them to be over the door frame, but like right here.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay.
No, it's
you get to clean up the mess.
Dirty yours, yeah.
But you can put those in on the other side, right?
Oh, are you gonna take apart the chutes?
Well, yeah, but I gotta replace this door first. Also, I'm sucking out air, so if we can leave this closed, would be great.
Oh, leaving it closed only works if you actually have that sealed.
Airlock.
I'm working on it.
So you're putting in an automatic door and you're just leaving the manual door for emergency reasons?
No. Just for this very moment, so we can keep going in and out until I get the airlock.
You are gonna do the like powered event, so it's like as fast as possible.
That's the idea.
Not the large ones, but
well,
I mean, yeah, we have.
No, he's talking about my idea.
Oh, okay.
So I want to press button and be through. in that fact.
For what?
Airlock.
Where?
Oh, for the airlock.
Press a
I
button.
thought you were talking about.
Yeah, I can do that.
Otherwise, like if everything's up to pressure, like 101 or whatever, it's gonna take a while for.
Well, we're also gonna need to have to make a airlock here too.
Yeah, this floor wasn't really planned for an airlock.
Can you break that blast door for me? I don't have any inventory space. I don't have any inventory space.
Look right here. This is so far away.
Oh. It really is, though. I might have grabbed a few too many, what are those things called?
Hardsuit backpacks.
Pipes.
So you're the one that doesn't press the button.
Probably. Hand drill. And wrench.
Okay. Okay.
I hate how you guys do the flat walls.
Why?
These are flat walls, right? I don't know. This is just large panel. Because it puts the cabling underneath, so you can't see if the door's cabled together or not.
I don't know what you're talking about. I can see it.
You got really nice glasses.
Yeah, but I don't have those glasses.
I thought we made sure that everybody had a set. Oh, Party doesn't have a set.
No, I had the ore scanners, and then I put them in the locker, and then I think the room exploded. Well, that's not very safe now, is it?
It is. See? Look at that. I went right over it. Did you not see it?
Oh yeah, you're right.
See? I'll do it again.
My bad, my bad.
It's super safe.
Yeah, yeah.
See? You're just gonna have to do that every single time.
But is it
magic? No floor. Yes.
If he falls through the floor, then
it is safe from magic.
Yeah, it's our own security for level 4.
Yeah, literally, it's the only thing that stops me from going anywhere.
Now, floor 9 would be interesting.
Why?
I really do not want it to be I don't want it to be set like how you had the greenhouse set.
Oh. Oh, the giant airlock?
Like that. Like that.
Perfectly, we have a trader of ore and alloy. Yes. We have the ore slash. So Magic, you wanna be inside this guy's ship when he takes off? He's got a chair waiting for you.
No thank you.
Oh, he's no fun. He's still here?
Yep.
I'll take it.
You
well,
actually?
you actually can't.
You launched him?
No, you can't get in his app.
Oh, really? Oh, it's an airplane or something?
Yep.
Ah.
I need... Shit. I need to jump up here. There you go.
Did someone say they needed gold, or did they already smelt the gold and put the extra in here?
I already did. And yes, I put the extra in there.
So one problem here is you can only have a singular... No. That's fine. Singular large powered vent. With... Who took all my passive vents? Or my insulated pipes? I know those are two completely different things.
Well, you weren't using them, so.
I was about to.
You weren't
Say,
fast enough.
it wasn't me.
You should have been faster.
Yeah, you're right.
Wait a minute. Where does the other one go? Here.
So I'm making the reinforced windows.
Nice.
Okay.
$15 of them. Hopefully that will be enough. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Okay. And then the next one will be right here.
11, 12, 14, 15. Yep. Okay.
So basically right here. Boop boop. Is up. Okay.
Alright.
What's this room way down to the side?
What do you mean?
Of
They're all down to the
floor
side.
9.
What floor?
4. But it's floor 9, I think, is where all of it is.
You said floor 4.
Floor 9.
Floor 9.
All the way down to the left.
Well, walk over there. See what it is.
I'm doing stuff.
Well, you clearly were curious about it.
Well, yeah, duh.
And then
Yeah, I'm gonna need more asteroid.
color. Okay. Well, should be this. So liquid. That. Condensation.
So where does the power come from down here on floor 9?
A cable.
Comes from the same place as everybody else. It comes from the main.
Which comes from the elevator?
The batteries. Yeah, the elevators. And in fact, there should be a transformer limiting the power.
Oh, I see it.
Don't quite have enough.
Alright. There is 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22.
Wow, you emptied it.
Emptied or
Let's see, steel. Someone took the copper and silicon.
asteroid. This is going to be expensive, but I can afford it. We're going to have to sell stuff to make up for that, but we can do that.
We have no more copper. Hello.
That doesn't sound right. Or unless you're talking about ingots.
Ingot, yeah. But there was like 400. Ah, here. Does it work yet?
No, it does not work yet. Shush. You want your large powered vent? I need my electronics parts. But I have electronics parts, so it's fine. They're just up here.
Okay.
Bum, 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 bum.
So just so you know, once these airlocks are in place, the utility area and floor 0 will have no air.
Well, we can't breathe it right now anyways.
That's actually a big fucking problem because how are we going to cool the cryogenics and the living quarters?
My system, once it's up.
What do you mean?
No. I understand what you're saying, Creative, but he is actively removing the air from floor 0.
Yeah.
What about it?
And that means, as of right now, the cryogenics and the living quarters are not being cooled.
No. I have oxygen that's going to be going down there.
Mage, it is a closed room, no doors open, so eventually it will heat up.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at. It will heat up.
That whole entire room will get pretty toasty.
Yes, and I'm gonna set up air conditioning before the oxygen comes down so that it cools before it even gets down to
But
these
you're
rooms.
saying you're pulling the air out right now, right?
Yeah, there's like a bajillion moles of air down there.
And then you're filling it up with pure oxygen or whatever. But if you do that before any sort of like cooling pipe goes down there for
I'm more worried that as he's taking the air away, the rooms that are currently being cooled will no longer be cooled.
How is this not getting power?
By removing the air out of floor 0, you disable the cooling that is already going on in floor 0.
Why not instead have him fill up this room with oxygen? Like, there's nothing.
Okay, you're talking about. Cold. No.
I know.
You're misunderstanding.
Floor 0. If he
floor 0,
then
if he removes the air,
main one
which he is currently doing.
Oh, he's doing. Why are you doing it right now?
Yeah, now you get what I'm saying. He is actively removing the air from that room, if I understood correctly.
Go all the way up to the top and turn off the active vent that's on top of the utility. It's literally like on top, facing space.
Yeah, I see it.
Because it's like I understand what the plan is. Floor 0 needs to have air until we replace the system, because we currently we have a living body in the living space right now, and if we remove the cooling, then we might not have a living body.
That's a fair point.
And he also didn't use a
Yes, I did. A large vent. Yes. Yes, I did. Look above you.
He used a
down for floor 0 was vacuuming that up.
Yeah, no, I didn't, because I didn't have the vents. Now I have the vents.
Creative, do me a favor and run pipes from your cooling system down the utility shaft to floor 0 so we can tie.
Well, technically, it's not even active at the moment. Because that's what.
Let me go down and look at floor 0, and I'll tell you if we even need it. Because I don't believe we need it at this very moment.
I'm failing to understand.
Yeah, you still have 2 kilopascals of air. Like, you had 2.2 kilopascals of air. So I took out 0.1 kilopascals of air.
That's perfectly fine, but you are actively removing it, and it only takes a moment for us to lose focus, and it turns out, oh crap, all the air is gone.
And
well, it's actually actively cooling too.
And way on the bottom, or that little life pod.
You have AC
being too hot for plants to grow, or us to be able to sleep in bed.
There's an air conditioning system in the life pod.
Yes.
Yeah. So why are we concerned?
What do you mean, why are we concerned? If you remove the air out of floor 0, you disable all the cooling that is going on at floor 0. Yes?
Okay. Magic. The AC unit, the heat pipe or whatever, that connects.
The waste pipe?
Yeah, waste pipe. That is connected to the room that the deep miners are in. It's not connected to the world. So if you vacuum out the deep miner room and not put any gas in there for cooling, that AC unit cannot cool because it won't have any more gas to move the heat to.
Oh, I see. The radiators. Alright. So, then how do you expect me to make all of these rooms livable with air?
I'm working on I'm working on a phase change system to make really cold gas, like down to liquid nitrogen cold. I'm gonna have a liquid nitrogen pipe going to all the floors, and you could heat exchange off of that pipe into like just a small gas tank, insulated gas tank, and then use that for the AC waste. I haven't had the system built quite yet, but I am currently working on it. I also need gases to prime the system.
So basically, I was told to do this preemptively then.
You could do other floors. You could.
Okay, so just not floor 0.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can do. You could start with floor 4, like that's pretty much the smallest one, and then move to floor 9. Like you got 2 pretty big rooms to actually do already.
Yeah.
But yeah, I figured you didn't know that the AC was the heat from the AC was going into that deep miner room.
Yeah, no, I did not. Dirty ore. Can we put that? No, we cannot. So we
So,
are. Oh, we
take up the. Wait, come over here where I'm at.
Where are you?
There. Over here.
The advanced furnace, I'm guessing.
Nope.
Ah, cool.
This is where you put the dirty ore.
Well,
and I'm going to shut down a second deep miner since we have so much dirty ore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of meant not exactly where the advanced furnace was, but like in that side of that room.
I'm gonna.
Well, actually, before I do this, I should make sure the door even fits. Oh, I don't even have a door. Okay, but it looks like
window? Where's a window? Where's a window? There's the window. There. And that way we can see if it's backed up to that point or not.
Yeah. It's backed up to that point.
Hold the deep miner. Like, the crazy part is we have the deep miners running on such a way that they have minimum downtime.
Yeah.
And yet, somehow, the deep miners are outpacing them.
Yeah. Okay, good news. Door fits.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn these around.
Unfortunately, you're gonna have to find a different way to get to the cryotube back here and to get to everything behind it. Like you can just jump over the chutes and stuff.
Alright.
So it's not like you can't get to it, but
we'll have to think of something because it's going to be very hard to get a
Body.
a dead body over there that way.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we've also talked about moving the cryopod.
Yeah.
Which I figure shouldn't do that until you have the second one built.
Now, my plan was to disassemble the actual cryopod, but not the cryogenic, and then just repipe the cryogenics to the new cryopod.
Mm. Okay.
Probably should have done these the other way around. They love these. I don't feel like taking them apart and putting them back together.
Anybody able to bring me some kit doors down at the floor 0?
Not me.
Real quick?
Ooh, that's gonna be awkward.
Creative? Yes, no?
No. And we're almost done for today as well.
Yeah, true. At least we got the airlock on floor 4.
Yeah. I believe it was black for nitrogen.
Yes, it's black for nitrogen.
Hola.
Hello.
You weren't fast enough, really? I was.
Yes, it is indeed almost time for her bee feeding. Ooh. This side is also going to need the liquid tank, so I'm gonna have to deconstruct this. Place it right here. need more insulated liquid pipe. Jeez, you must be almost done. Mage.
Hmm?
You almost done already?
Yes and no.
I suppose you need the glass, maybe?
Oh no, I have the glass, but I still have to like put in the access point for maintenance. I got to put in the powered vent, the power, but the shell. I'm almost done putting the shell.
Nice. Hmm. We're already gonna need more silicon.
Damn.
I made 750 of it, I think.
And we need more already?
Yeah.
Did you check the did you get it out of the auto lathe?
Yep. Or I grabbed the 150 out of that and I'm printing stuff with it. But like soon. Or when I'm done.
Yeah, we've been doing a lot of insulated stuff, so we've been going through a lot of silicone.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm gonna head to bed. I got everything set up to do the airlock down at floor 0. I just need the electronics parts. I need to wire it.
We're gonna want it.
I still have the manual
shaft still for the cooling access to the world.
Yeah, I still have the manual hatch there. I haven't removed that.
Alright.
Into here. Does this count as a room? Yes, this counts as a room. Alright.
I need more. That. Okay.
So I believe the room is made. I still have to do the access point.
Okay.
And I need to put the powered vent in and then stuff to monitor it and potentially heat it up if needed. But yeah, that's constructed. But as you said, it is that time.
Well, you want to see what I'm...
Yeah, I'm coming down. I'm coming to the elevator.
Okay.
Okay, so I got everything wired up.
Which floor are you on?
9.
0.
The new room.
Alright.
You could probably guess where all the silicon went once you see.
I am glad I painted the floor so that way you can see movement.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see where all the...
So yeah, kind of using the different colors to signify where, like, the desired temps go. Like red is where it's going to be hotter at, and then
Yep.
blue colder. Yeah. And I have this black one to the side because I'm going to have a large insulated liquid tank as well.
Yep.
I already have the heat exchangers. Transfer between the liquid.
And I take it there's gonna be a mirror on this side for the other gas.
Yeah, carbon dioxide and pollutant mix. And that
What about NOS?
NOS? What, I'm gonna be warming up NOS or
No, I was just... Or is this just cooling?
condensing? Yeah.
Yep, this is... For a moment, I'm like, okay, I see you have the nitrogen, you have the oxygen, you have the pollutant, and then it dawned on me, this is cooling, which is why we're also able to color it with red and blue, and yeah,
Yeah.
it actually looks really good.
Thanks. So Magic, if you want to use this as an inspiration. Though on a very smaller scale.
Yeah, and it's like the fun part, and like Creative and I talked about it. We have a nice little demonstration system set up. It's not primed with any gases, but it's color coded and it's nice, and it kind of illustrates what it's supposed to look like in its simple state. And then you have Creatives that looks like how it's supposed to look like in an actual working environment. So it's like, we have the educational model right here. And then we have the practical model.
Focused on speed.
Ooh.
Effectively.
Ooh, looks like some of the plants died.
Oh.
Plant is dead. Plant is dead. Plant is dying from not correct atmospheric composition. Oh.
Carbon dioxide.
Because it's burned through all the carbon dioxide.
Jeez. Oh yeah, 91% oxygen.
Put ferns down.
We don't have.
That would make it worse, not better. It ate all the carbon dioxide.
Okay, you said it ate the... Okay, yeah. Mushrooms.
Yep, I didn't have mushrooms at the time.
I have a lot of mushrooms that can become yours.
So 2 mushrooms, 2
So,
potatoes?
No, in fact, what I'll do is I will move. I'll put a water pipe.
Magic.
Huh?
I'll bring the water pipe over and put 5 pots, 5 trays right here in this corner, away from the grow light.
Okay.
To balance these grow lights.
If they have light, they die.
Yeah.
at some point eventually.
Because this is the room where I'm gonna learn how to control the Larry.
Hold on.
Follow.
You got. Oh, you're gonna show me?
Yeah. You could probably guess where the insulation or silicon went.
Yeah, I can see. I can see. Pollutant, oxygen, nitrogen.
Yeah.
Because in fact,
Okay.
this is kind of just my testing ground for things.
Sick. Red is
So,
condensation side, which
water.
is the hottest gas side. Yeah.
So are you gonna start with water or liquid pollutant?
I got a ton of liquid carbon dioxide for this to suck the cold out of. So this is pollutant.
Wouldn't you want to do like the water first? How you are we starting? No, because that's nitrogen.
Water is for really hot.
Right, because we're not on Venus. Yeah.
Right.
Like the carbon dioxide is at like negative 16
55 to
Celsius or something, like from the atmosphere itself.
Oh yeah, from the atmosphere. Yeah.
Yeah. So these two,
and it doesn't become a liquid at higher pressure until like negative 55. Give or take.
Yeah. No. Less pressure will be colder. So negative 55, it'll be like 1 megapascal or something. But these two tanks will be thermally linked. And also, because when I take the cold out of the liquid carbon dioxide tank, it's going to boil, and that boiled carbon dioxide is going to come over here into this one. So they'll still be thermally linked, and this liquid tank won't explode.
And then this on so these are the what chambers are these?
Condensation.
Condensation. Okay, so the heat is gonna go here.
Yeah.
To the carbon dioxide gas.
Yes.
And then you're gonna heat exchange that with the liquid.
Yeah, to make it liquid, and then comes over here, and then makes this blue pipe colder, which then I'm gonna have connected to this tank, and then
which is then gonna connect
this
to
side
here.
is gonna connect to red. Yep.
Which so are you gonna put heat exchangers like here?
Nope. They're just gonna be connected, like.
Oh, so what are you gonna use? Oxygen in here? And oxygen in this pipe?
So.
Or pollutant in this pipe and pollutant in this pipe? Like, what do you... Like, I understand the concept of like, connecting them together with the same gas. But what gas are you gonna be using? Pollutant, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, oxygen?
Well, it's gonna be
it doesn't really
for...
matter.
It's gonna be too cold for carbon dioxide, and I'm gonna try and prevent it becoming a liquid, so it's too cold for pollutant. So then
you're gonna use
oxygen. I could use oxygen.
So you're gonna use oxygen in this, okay?
As well as
I understand the concept. All you had to say was just oxygen.
And then this one would have to be nitrogen.
Yeah, and then what are you gonna do with this heat over here?
This one is going to be connected to this tank and a future liquid nitrogen tank. And they're going to be thermally linked, just like the carbon dioxide.
Okay.
Then, just so it doesn't explode when it starts getting heat put.
And then we're going to use
liquid
radiators
going to like the
to all the rooms. But are we gonna do like digital valves and like radiators in a loop, or like what are we gonna?
My recommendation is a standard AC
in each
linked
room.
Well, no, because doesn't the input go into the waste and into the output?
The cold is the
no, because
cold pipe is the waste. The room pipe is
pipe the heat. You pipe the waste heat into the cold fluid throwing throughout the base, it absorbs the heat.
So I could put pollutant in the waste pipe and it will not go into the room.
Correct.
Okay, because I could have sworn, for whatever reason, that my AC upstairs at the gas room is the waste pipe is getting like less and less or more and more. But that could just be because I have condensation valves on it and it's taking liquid away.
Your pressure will go up because you're putting heat in, and heat will make the pressure go up.
Yeah. I don't know. I gotta go check in on that room and see if it's emptied out anyway. Oh, Creative's gone apparently. Oh.
You had to go feed Herbie.
Alright, well, I'm getting
no, like room. Can you bring the can you tell it to go all the way up again? Because I'm stuck up here.
You're stuck up at the top?
Yeah. And I need food and water.
Well, can't you press the button?
No.
Where the hell?
But now I can.
Oh.
I was stuck on the lip of the door.
Well, good night, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Yep, thank you for watching.
You gonna raid anyone, Mage?
That's a good point. Let me see who's available.
Anyone?
Actually,